here. Yeah. Alright, welcome back to the Case King Christmas Cup. Round of 16 actually going on, and we have two best of threes left. The current one is map number 1 on Overgrowth between Parting and MMA. Up to the top right of the map we have MMA with his first map in the round of 16, and all the way down to the bottom left we have Parting. The Protoss player starting here in red. I'm Calder, with me is Todd, and we're bringing you that coverage from this amazing tournament. So after we just had our first Terran versus Protoss in the last series where Jagdju was able to take it over MC, what are your expectations for this one, Todd?
MMA is probably gonna want to be the one making stuff happen in the mid game with Medivacs and Bio, and Parting is probably gonna fall apart, lose units here and there, and then lose the game. And smash his keyboard.
You actually think he would rage and smash the keyboard?
No.
Yeah, I think I've never, like, especially Parting, I can't see that at all.
He would probably go drinking with Oz and all these guys.
That is a possibility. I think that, like, one of the few Koreans that I could see at some point smash something would be MC. And that also just, like, more for showmanship than anything else.
Definitely.
Yeah, Hyun would dress up as something. MC would definitely, like, go for some kind of, like, ceremony.
Okay, no scout here early on, by the way, for Parting.
Parting is actually, with the scouting especially, sometimes extremely predictable, and well, this time he should have scouted, because MMA is going for command center first here.
Yeah, it's always nice when you can know and play a little bit greedy yourself, but I guess not scouting can be greedy in a way, because you keep that one more probe that gives in a little bit more middles. Second gas here, pretty early for Parting. He's been doing pretty well against Terran, especially with the Blink Stalkers. He beat Flash in the finals of Home Story Cup with some nice Blink Stalker play, so already I'm thinking what's going on here with you, Parting.
I mean, if he goes for some kind of, like, early aggression against what MMA currently does, he could, like, that could really work well for him. So far we don't see him with any scout whatsoever, which you already pointed out. MMA, of course, after the command center is starting to just, like, add additional barracks before he gets gas to make sure that he has at least a decent unit count, so that he can work against not only the Mothership core if he flies cross map, but if it's accompanied by maybe a Zealot and a Stalker there, which is not the case. Expansion for Parting now too. And we have a Stargate for Parting already building.
Okay, so definitely gonna go for something like an Oracle here. The follow-up's gonna be interesting, and we're gonna have to see exactly how much damage this can do. MMA going for the 3rd CC, why not? But that means he's not gonna have too much to defend against the Oracle. Maybe Oracles as well, other than just Marines, which, I mean, a lot of the time is going to be enough, but here, will he have enough to split across 2 bases to defend against an Oracle?
I mean, MMA definitely, MMA really going for a super greedy build. Getting that 3rd CC already. Parting doesn't have the scouting information whatsoever. The first time that he's going to see what's going on there is with that Oracle that is currently chrono boosting. And for MMA, what do we have for him? He's looking at 3 Marines only. It's like nothing. But of course with the double barracks he's definitely going to get a few more in up to the time where the Oracle comes in. 3rd barracks is also building. How do you think his chances...
He's going to do a 2nd Oracle?
It would be great for him. I'm not quite sure if he does though. There he is, nice.
I was testing you, Kaldor. I knew he was going to make a 6.
Of course he did. How much do you think he can do with that in terms of damage?
Quite a bit. MMA has no idea. His Marines are in the main. I would say kill 7 SCVs at least.
Marine count as the Oracle is about to arrive is 7. Goes in, sees the bunker, kills his fair share of harvesters already. And so far MMA is not even putting out of the bunker with those units. He's just, like, losing a lot of mining time with that. That's nearly as much worth as the SCV kills in itself. The 2nd Oracle is also moving in. With him losing this much mining time and the 2nd Oracle coming into play now as well, Parting can do a lot of damage against his opponent here, but still, if you're up against a triple CC, those mules make up for that in a second.
SCVs come out faster than they die, man. Okay, that's not true actually, but he's gonna get turrets now.
12 kills.
Yeah.
And the Marines.
That's done a lot. He didn't even use the second one, he's hiding it. That's a little bit weird, maybe he forgot about it.
Wow.
What are you doing, Party?
Sending in the
He was
cavalry.
waiting for the first one to be done.
Yeah. Well,
There's
apparently...
like some kind of policy on this natural, only one oracle in at a time.
That's a policy that I want to have in my mineral line the next time too. Only one unit at a time, please. Third base now for Parting down at the bottom of the map. He goes straight into the Colossus tech here with the Robo Bay already dropped. The harvester count is 43 against 30, so really good job keeping that harvester count of the Terran player low. But yeah, it's really a bit weird that he didn't send the second Oracle in with the first. He could have done so much more. Hell, he could have killed the Marines.
You think?
He killed already like 3 of them. He could have,
Yeah.
I feel, at least forced them back again and killed more of the SCVs. So with all
But
one,
keeping the oracle alive is important too.
yeah, I mean he
I
kept.
guess.
The problem is the second one didn't do anything. One has 9 kills and the other one, well, actually, like he switched them around, didn't he? 9 kills and 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. So didn't forget about it after all. There comes another kill. Yeah, he just goes hunting in the main base now, and those guys are so damn fast.
Already long distance mining on the third base, so that means he's not going to have to do any transfer, and then from there Parting can decide exactly how many gates he wants to go into. Obviously he's going to go into Blink. We might see one or even double Forge, but first he needs to add a few gateways. You want to go up to at least, I would say 5 or 6 pretty quickly, because otherwise you're going to start falling behind in production, and that's never a good thing to happen, especially against a Tian who's already behind, and that if he got desperate could pull the boys.
I mean, he's still he closed the gap in harvesters pretty fast, but of course Parting now with that third Nexus on his own can really just like pull ahead in the harvester production again. It's just like if you are up against that triple mule, a Terran player can lose so many units and still be on really good income and you know, insane. But Parting goes ahead in the overall supply. He's at 100 against 75 right now. Upgrades are looking pretty decent for him with the Blink upgrade now on the tab. It's just like he doesn't he even have the Forge? No, he doesn't have a Forge, doesn't get any upgrades to that. We have the +1 attack upgrade for MMA, nearly done. Doesn't have armor, but he can start it of course just now. The combat shield is about to be done. We are looking at the stim upgrade as well. So he is really getting all of that, but we still have the oracles there, and that third base of MMA is already in position. The mineral line not saturated yet, so he can't take down any additional units there. But Parting definitely has right now the map control, with the oracles there for revelation, potential kills against harvesters, and he just moves in and gets another SCV. Maybe 2? No.
Parting being on 6 gases is a massive big deal, by the way. He was on 6 gases so quickly, now he's going for the Templar Archive plus double Forge. He's getting Colossus, adding on 3 more gates, so he's going to be up to 6 very quickly. Could even add a few more, to be honest. He could even go up to something like 8 to 10 very quickly. Like being well saturated on 3 bases as quickly as he was is like something you will never ever see usually, but that basically just happened because of the situation. And MMA already on 2 starports, pumping out Vikings 4 at the time. No armor yet. I'm starting to wonder whether he wants to pull SCVs and go for a 1-1 timing.
Well, he has the armor upgrade now. Oh, you mean armory? Yeah, of course. So we have actually like we have Parting not with a single loss, by the way. Nothing. Not an SCV. Not a probe. He lost not a single unit. No resources lost against 1,100. And Parting is halfway done with the storm. He has on the map 3 Colossi. There are 8 Vikings already. But Parting in terms of tech is in a great position here. He might be a bit behind in the upgrades right now, but he is getting that 1-1 roughly at the same time that MMA does. That window that he has here is really way too small. So Parting is in a great spot.
Big boy macro, man.
Yeah, I don't think that even anything like pulling the boys earlier or whatever could have done anything here, with considering how fast he got his area of effect damage. Not only Colossi, but the Storm here as well. So that mid game,
there's no armor, it really worries me, because MMA, it means he wants to commit to a fight that's just is not gonna work against Templars.
yeah, I mean that mid game that you said, that aggressive mid game that you expected, it's just not coming from MMA. He's trying to pressure in somehow now, I guess, but there's very little that he can do. He might be able to snipe the Oracle, he might be able to get like 1, but here comes the Storm now, and that should already signal to MMA that he cannot fight. But he's actually getting ahead in supply right now. Parting had to recall and loses a few of the units there, blinks away, tries to escape. Actually didn't lose too much here. I was scared that he would lose part of his army when he forgot them with the recall.
MMA lands the Vikings. He only has one single medivac. That's pretty sad. To heal for all this, and yeah, Parting is just gonna fight up the ramp here, and he can reinforce close to the fight. I don't think MMA is gonna do too much.
Yeah, MMA is at least taking down all of the Colossi. Where are the High Templars? We currently have none. He doesn't have a single High Templar that he can use for a storm, so he needs a round of Warpins for that. He warps in 7 High Templars. Can go straight for the Archons, and that's exactly what he does right now. Parting already ahead in the army count. We have him in really good supply. MMA still with the stim pushing in, and those Vikings are also doing some work on the ground here in the back line.
Yeah, for a second here he was attacking in a really bad position. Actually, he's still... Parting's still losing a lot here. I do think that he's gonna have enough in the end and win, but he overextended a little bit, and MMA...
Yeah.
Just gonna lose the first map here.
There's no follow-up, and the Archons especially did work in that last battle. Oh my god, like MMA maybe a bit too passive in that mid-game. He didn't really get any pressure against Parting, and that attack that he planned just completely got destroyed by Parting. It's not, first of all, Colossi, but then later on, of course, the tech into High Templars and Archons. So, well done by Parting. Protoss player pulls ahead. And let's find out if Parting is another Protoss that is able to reach the round of 8, or if MMA starts a comeback as Jakji did in our last best of 3 series and wins 2 in a row now. Map number 2 is merry-go-round between Parting and MMA. The Terran player starting to the right side of the map, the 3-player map in blue, and down to the bottom we have Parting with 1-0 lead in the series after winning the last game. So actually really well done here. Todd still a bit afraid for Parting, since he doesn't like the next 2 maps too much for Protoss, but maybe Parting can be the second player to advance to the quarterfinals. So far the only Protoss that was able to make it was San, and he played a Protoss versus Protoss.
Yeah, but he's gonna be happy about playing a Zerg next though.
Yeah, San
Really
going up
Zerg.
against Jaedong is going to be a great series. Really looking forward to that tomorrow. That's, I think right now, looking at the bracket that we have for tomorrow, this is probably one of the matches that I'm looking forward to most, at least for now. I mean, we don't know who's going to advance out of this best of 3 and then later with first versus live, but that's San versus Jaedong is definitely going to be great tomorrow. And Parting actually with an earlier gate there.
Yeah, gate on 12. Usually you see gateway on 13 almost every single time, but might hint at a little bit of aggression here. Even though, you know, with guys like Parting, never really means much. Kind of reminds me of the first few times I met Parting on ladder when I was in Korea, and he was doing a lot of gateway 11 into like 4 gates, and just playing aggressive overall. Yeah, oh, okay, no. This is gonna be for something. Double gas, he's gonna hide the probe on the map, and that's gonna be a Stargate hidden on the map, Kaldor.
And MMA goes for the command center first here. But it's actually like funny that you talk about meeting Parting on ladder. That was back at the time when nobody knew Parting. When I first came over to Korea as well, and Parting actually like played his first GSL Code A qualifier and then went into Code A.
Yeah.
I still remember that because it was actually in that side studio that the GSL had back then, where we had those solo casts that we did for the early rounds of Code A. And then I was in that side studio in Gangnam for them, and we never heard of Parting before, and his name sounded funny at first. And then he built, I think he built in the first game like 7 or 8 observers in a Protoss versus Terran, which was absolutely unheard of at the time, and controlled the entire map, and it was absolutely unreal. It was great.
Yeah.
And this kid came so far.
The games that propelled him into stardom and really made him famous was his games versus Terran, just in general. Like, he had quite a few of them. And he was doing a lot of special stuff. You know, he was the guy who was playing a lot of Nexus first and all that. And I've always thought of him as basically a PvT specialist, especially with High Templars. Like, with High Templars, this guy literally has no equal.
I mean, right now we're having him, as you already said, with that early pylon out on the map, with that fast gateway that he was playing. He has that Stargate now pretty fast and proxied it. MMA without any scout whatsoever, actually. Like, I don't think he even sent anything out on the map. He went for the command center first once again. And now, this Oracle, this can do some work. How much damage do you think Parting is going to be able to do with a proxied Oracle in such a position?
I think quite a bit. Again, in the previous game he got 7 SCVs. He might go for the Marines here. Like, he has a stalker on the map. If he knew, surely he would be going for it. So we'll see. I think, yeah, he's gonna go for the main. And last game I predicted 7, and he got 7 exactly, by the way, with the first wave. You know what? I'm gonna say 8 here.
Did he kill like 9 with the first round?
No, he killed 7, then pulled back, then went again, and then killed 9. But originally it was 7.
Alright, now he's already at 5, so 2 more and he's definitely gonna get those. There's your 7 again. Can get an 8 though, and there we go.
It's gonna be 9.
Yeah.
Run out of mana.
The second one is already about the second one is already about to move in. So there we have 9 right now. One of the numbers that Todd threw in
Getting the
there.
third one as well. I mean, parting is just gonna wanna end it very quickly.
Yeah, and he gets like also 2 additional gateways right now, so he's not even trying to go into an expand at this point. Hey, we have another kill with a second Oracle moving in. Could take down a Marine there too, and he takes that. There's only a few Marines on the map, and oh boy, like, dude, you look how much he actually does there. Another set of Harvesters already taken down. He killed 11 Harvesters at this point. 12, 13, gets them one after another. Harvester count for MMA is down to 16. Only the Mules keep him alive. Even goes Void Rays now.
Big boys do big plays, Galdor.
Yeah, and he wants to end that fast, doesn't he? I mean, in the main base, he's taking out 2 additional SCVs. He doesn't allow that that turret at all. Missile turret goes down, and MMA is being taken apart by parting here. Like, oh boy, like, look at the gateways that he's building. There's so much aggression from him in just a second. There's pylons already being placed down. There's oracles everywhere. But 1 kill against the oracle in the main now.
Yeah, that was pretty big mistake here by parting, but I don't think it should matter because he's already killed 18 SCVs in total. Really showing us that Protoss can be a dirty race.
What do you mean,
And,
can be? Thought that was the job description.
Yeah, I guess sometimes. Depends who plays, man. I don't cheese a lot myself. That's why I'm fucking garbage.
Wow, that sounded sad for a second.
It is.
So you're just an honest man, Todd. You're the only honest French guy.
Look where it got me.
Stop being depressing, hey. I'm feeling sad for you right now.
I don't even care. I accept that I'm bad.
Yeah, but I feel sad for you now, and I should never feel sad for you.
It's okay. I'm really good at all the games. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you know, there we're going. Okay, that's more like you. That's the thought I know and love.
All right, MMA, ready to live? We're gonna see the GG in 5, 4,
3, 2. Oh!
Come on!
Well, not quite, but this is crazy. Double Void Ray, the force fields, there's the shield. Oh god, like, MMA has no army supply whatsoever and is plummeting down as is. Like, he has nothing left. This is game. Parting takes this series with a 2-0 against MMA, wins the series and advances as the second Protoss player to the round of 8 of the Case King Christmas Cup.